All right. So Zoom's telling me that my recording is in progress, so I'm going to start. Yeah, so there's a lot of grief going on these days, and a lot of people have lost people who are very close to them, both two-leggeds and four-leggeds and winged ones. And so there's a lot of loss going on. And I wanted to speak to that because there's a piece of this that I think that often gets lost in the discussion. And people talk about feeling like they've lost part of themselves, or they've, their life will never be the same, and so forth. And literally that is true. I just want to affirm that that is absolutely true. The science supports it. And I'm going to get all geeky with you right now. I think you can handle it. So anyway, within our systems, we are electrical and chemical beings. That's just how we're built. And we have our synapses between our neurons that come very close together. They never actually touch, right? The little terminals across which the chemistry jumps, the little neurotransmitters across which they jump, they never completely touch. That's why they're synapses. That's why it works, because if they were connected, then probably our systems would short out, because the signals can be so strong that if it's unimpeded and if it doesn't change somehow, if it's not stepped down or if it's not altered in some way, it can fry your system. So we need to have that little gap in there. And the neurotransmitters, the way that our bodies process those neurotransmitters between those two little gaps, that changes. It changes how rested we are or unrested. They change with our mood, they change with our chemical balance or imbalance, they change with a lot of different things. Events can change them. And the dynamics that we have with other people also change them. So when you're with someone physically, or, speaking to them on the phone or interacting with them personally right there, you literally become a certain type of person because your neurology is changed by them. The chemistry is there. And whether that's antagonistic or whether that's friendly or whether that's happy or sad or whatever, when you are around certain people or when you're around other people, your chemistry changes and you become a product of that dynamic. And so the person that you become when you are with that person, you only become when you are with that person. So when they go away, you literally lose the ability to access that part of yourself and that part of your experience, because your chemistry is not the same with other people as it is with them. Your chemistry is not the same when they're not with you. If someone has been very much a part of your life, or someone or some being has been very much a part of your life, and suddenly they're gone, you don't have access to a very important part of yourself. You don't have access to part of you that you really loved, and it's gone. And I've had this conversation with people and they're like, no, I can feel them, they're close. It's not the same. It's not the same. You can absolutely feel somebody's presence. You can absolutely sense somebody there, but unless they are with you and it's the same type of dynamic that you had with them for however many days or weeks or months or years or decades, it's not the same. So when people leave us, whether they move away or whether they pass over or whether they just stop talking to us, our lives change and we change. So that grief that we feel when we lose other people is actually also a grief that we're feeling of a loss of ourselves, because we have literally lost a part of ourselves. And I personally, I've lost a lot over the course of my life. A lot of people have come in and out of my life. So I know that feeling. It happens. But just in case you're feeling like, you've lost a part of yourself because someone or something or some being who was very close to you has passed on, that's very real. And the science supports it. That's probably the most supportive thing I can say to you, because I love this stuff. But yeah, it's true. It's a literal fact that when you lose someone who's important to you, you lose a part of yourself. And so I'm not trying to make you feel worse. And I'm sure it doesn't necessarily help, but maybe it does. So just think about that. You are not wrong in thinking that you have lost part of yourself, because you have. And so with that, I'll leave you on this Samhain day, and as the veil is thin, and we go on with our lives and we carry on. Okay, peace.